Folks, August 12th, 2025 was not an accident. It was a chain of events, much like the NTSB routinely investigates. As of this moment, we have one man jailed, another being deported, and most solemnly, and most importantly, we've got 3 lives lost. So what do we do to prevent the next one from happening? Well, that's the subject of today's headlines. Folks, let's be honest. The headlines screamed justice served when the cuffs went on, despite the fact that they had to go to California to get him. But did anything really change? And this isn't about just one driver. It's about a system that keeps looking for someone to blame instead of actually fixing the problem that got us here to begin with. Greetings to you, truck lovers and truth seekers from all over the United States of Truckin. Boss Man here. This is Truckin' Headlines, giving you critical thinking fueled by faith and sanctioned by God. This is the show that's news, opinion, and all things trucking. Thanks to you and our collaborative think tank for advanced trucking journalism. Within 3 days of the accident, the story exploded all over the internet. Wasn't mainly that it was a novelty, it's because it's sold. Clickbait thrives on drama, not on justice. This one ended up trending coast to coast, in fact, worldwide, because it played to the algorithm. So many lives have been lost, and everybody's capitalizing on the sensationalism of the news. Let me tell you what, this isn't the first time, and unless something changes, it won't be the last. Over the past 2 years, we've had multiple chances to fix the very cracks in the system that we're dealing with that brought us here to begin with. Pattern we keep ignoring. Jacksonville, Florida, Broward County, hazmat spill. Colorado, Lakewood, untrained driver. Austin, Texas, gentleman driving, no experience in wet and hazardous weather. Drives too fast for the conditions, multiple lives lost. Morgantown, West Virginia, same thing. One guy comes down a hill, loses control. Chattanooga, Tennessee, someone who doesn't understand the concept of distraction-free driving. So I ask again, what's the pattern we keep ignoring? All of these accidents I mentioned involved people that were milled through a system that lacked in training and lacked in the most basic understanding of safety. The one language all of us need to utilize in this country is English. Yet people come into this country from around the world, multiple languages, have no idea about the culture, about the procedures, about the ways in which things are done to remain safe, and no one in positions of power stop it. In fact, there are those in power that enable it. Tell me, how many times have you seen reports in the media and thought exactly what I'm thinking? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. This video originally wasn't about this topic, but it's something I feel on my heart needs to be talked about. Because the difference between all these accidents I've mentioned and this one now is that barely 2 weeks after these other accidents I mentioned, you didn't hear nothing about it. This one is the one that breaks the cycle. Folks, we've heard an abundance of stories and excuses since the 15th of August, when the dash cam footage for that accident in Florida was released. All of them were unique. I've heard in the legal profession, in trucking, in the news media, even politicians, talking about their thoughts on why the system failed. Honestly, time out. Let's stop. Let's go with what we do know. We know he got a license he shouldn't have had, and 3 people are not here today. And yet, there's someone out there that has the unmitigated gall to circulate a petition asking for leniency. He knew better, and so did the people that gave him the license. The system is broke. He's a glaring example of why that is. For years now, we've watched as identical situations build up, back up. It's like a sewer drain. We've got to get the crap out of the drain. It's time to roto-rooter the industry. So let me ask you, Should we restart? Should we reset? What exactly does it need to take to prevent the next one? Let me know in the comments below. If you've gone to like this video so far and agree with my way of thinking, go down below and hit the like button. I've got a few ideas of what I think needs to happen. Short of a reset, here's the very least what needs to happen. We need to get a new fire under the ass of all those people in Washington that have the decision-making power to enforce the rules that were already on the books. Previous statistic released said that FMCSA enforcement cases have dropped by almost 60%. 94% of interstate carriers have never received a safety rating. Ding, 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 ding. What do we have for them, Johnny? FMCSA having nearly $1 billion budget, and only 6% of carriers have been reviewed. What's wrong with this picture? The non-domicile CDL system needs to be shut down. There's way too many ways in which people, not just foreigners, but people in general that aren't qualified to get a CDL. FMCSA lacks data and transparency to prioritize high-risk carriers. I don't even think they know who the high-risk carriers are. I say we consolidate these databases between the DOT and the FMCSA, and we start wiping out the ones that can't perform. But if you've got multiple violations, if you're a hazard, shut them down. You guys are scoring these people, but you're not shutting down the effective ones. Oh, by the way, when was the last time you checked on Hope Trans? They're still running loads. Sources say they just got hit with a freight guard report day before yesterday. Hashtag, just saying. This is a sign of what needs to happen. We need to pay attention to what's wrong, find a solution, and act it quick, and do it to prevent the next one. Let's prevent the next one. Let's do everything we can to keep the industry safe. It's just common sense to run safe. If you agree with that and you're on board with sending that message to Sean Duffy, do me a favor, go down below, become a member of the TIV Nation, help support this channel and the message I'm trying to send to our leaders. Let's do everything we can to make trucking great again. Let's keep this industry safe. Let's keep everybody proud. Let's keep the faith. And let's keep it rolling.